Hey, hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to Lost in Prose, where we talk about all things bookish. And in today's video, I will be recommending a few romance books by Indian authors that you should read. So let's begin. So the first book on my list is Falling in Love Again by Ruskin Bond. Look at how pretty that cover is. Just take a moment to soak it in. Look at how pretty it is. I thought of starting with Ruskin Bond's book as a first recommendation because he writes romance so well and it's just so beautiful when you read his romance novels, and then when you also read his children's fiction, you see how they contrast and how versatile as a writer he is. So, Falling in Love Again by Ruskin Bond is for someone who likes reading short stories or stories that are excerpts from other books or overall. So, if you're that sort of a person, I think, or you are in a mood for something like that, I think that this book is perfect for you because its length is also not too much. So, if you're feeling like a slump is coming in or something like that, you can read this because it's quite quick paced. So I think you'll enjoy it. It basically contains various stories of warmth and passion from various books written by Ruskin Bond. So it has classic stories such as The Eyes Have It and The Girl from Copenhagen. It's basically a stirring collection that captures the range of feelings that are indubitably part of the infinite spectrum of love. So it talks about all things love, and this is just how it is. Honestly, if I didn't put this up on the list, I think the list would remain incomplete. So anyway, I think this is your sign to pick it up. I haven't seen a lot of this book on the internet, so this is sort of an underrated book recommendation for you. So yes, go read it if you are absolutely in awe of the writer already, because he is quite famous. All right, next up, moving to something more fun and very dramatic, is Three Impossible Wishes by Anmol Malik. Oh, how I love her books. I absolutely enjoyed both her books. She has only written two for now, and I really want to read all of them. Like, whichever book she writes, I want to read it. I don't know why. I just really am very comfortable with her writing, and I think that it is so fun reading her books. I don't know, it just has that perfect mixture of all the elements of perfect romance has to have, according to my checklist. So it's just a wholesome experience to read each book written by her. So the first one is, of course, Three Impossible Wishes by Anmol Malik. So I think I have recommended this book earlier as well. And if the cover doesn't convince you, I don't know what will, because look at how pretty that cover is. I'm going to say that for each and every book because I am insufferable, and yes, I do sometimes judge a book by its cover. I mean, isn't that why the cover was made in the first place, to attract you to actually pick it up, right? Anyway, this book is about 19-year-old Arya Mehtani, who has been accepted by the University of Westley, right? Yeah. But does she just, does she even belong there, or is she just occupying a seat that could have better suited off someone else? So, by a more deserving candidate, basically. So, plagued by self doubt, Arya begins her college life, which they say usually is a celebration. But honestly, I don't find that celebration anywhere, even in my college life. But anyway, Arya's daily joys include, but are not limited to, her doomed crush on South Delhi's Sahil Malhotra and the ego crushing lectures of her self-made dad, and keeping up with the Kardashians of Connaught Place and Cuff Parade. So this book is basically about her reckless actions that she takes or does to survive, that basically puts her in the path of a fellow student, Vladimir Petrov, and he is the vodka to her hot chocolate, and that is the only way out of her imminent deportation. So honestly, what does it take to get a diamond degree around here? So that is what the book is about. It is a heartwarming book about finding love and learning to love yourself. I remember reading this book so quickly, and honestly, now that I think of it, I feel like I've forgotten quite a chunk of it, but I really want to go back to reading this. And the book is, I think, a best read for some weather that is, slightly chilly and wintry. I don't know. I just really like this book, and I think that it's perfect for that sort of a weather. I don't know why I'm giving book to Weather X today, but I'm your weather woman today, guys. So this is what you're gonna hear from me. So Three Impossible Wishes is one book that I highly recommend for you to read. It's an amazing romance book, and I really hope that you read it. All right, next up is Written in the Stars by Divya Anand. Now, I have read this book by Divya Anand, and then also I have read Misfit Madhu by Divya Anand, which is completely children's fiction. So, again, the range, the versatility, and the contrast in both these books, I couldn't believe that this was literally the same author that wrote this book, because I had read this first and then I read Misfit Madhu like quite a few years apart. And then I was like, don't I already have a Divya Anand book? And then I went back to realize that this was the book that I had. So anyway, that you didn't need to know that. Anyway, people do believe a lot in star signs and horoscopes, and a lot of marriages are also based off of it, of course. So especially in our country, I guess. So zodiacs and horoscope are something that people are quite obsessed with. So I am quite shocked that this is the only book that I've come across that speaks of romance with keeping that in mind. So this is a romantic comedy about whether life and love are shaped by choices or written in the stars, as the title suggests. I just love when titles make so much sense. So when all her efforts, I read this quite a while back, so I do not remember much written behind. So I just can't even remember the characters' names right now. So I'll be reading it off the back. Please bear with me. So when all her efforts at political maneuvering, sucking up, and even doing her job fail to land her that elusive promotion, Sitara Srinivasan decides to use the marketing head Abhimanyu Singh's obsession with astrology to her advantage. Does that sound like a good decision to you? Yeah, it doesn't sound good to me either. So soon she's rescheduling meetings, pitching ideas, and picking lunch dates based on his horoscope. Even though she ends up alienating coworkers and angering her best friends, Sitara forges on. Except Sitara is so focused on the career section of Abhimanyu's horoscope, she doesn't realize that the personal section is telling him something else entirely. Hilarity begins when Abhimanyu star signs start telling him that Sitara is the one for him, and things sort of get messy. So now Sitara must choose what she really wants, a promotion or true love, and she must chart her own course, if even if what she has in mind may not be what the stars ordained. So this is all about the book. This is a pacey read. It's very well paced, and it was quite fun and dramatic if you love office drama sort of. So that is also an element in the book which I really enjoyed. So again, quite underrated, I'd say. So I really hope that you will enjoy this one. Let's move on to the next recommendation. So today I sort of have more recommendations than I do usually, because I have decided to make slightly longer videos than usual. So like instead of 10 to 11 minutes always, I am thinking of stretching them to 15 to 20 minutes. So this is sort of a trial on that. So do let me know if you're interested in watching stuff like that, or if you want to keep them crisp, or should I do a mix of both, that sort of thing. Anyway, next book recommendation is The Perfect Us by Durjoy Datta. Now, I have read a lot of Durjoy Datta books, and recent read was World's Best Ex-Girlfriend, the duology, but I had already recommended it in my heartbreaking book recommendations video. So I thought of recommending one of my most favorite books by him, which is The Perfect Us. This book is just so sad, honestly. I don't know, it's just made me cry so much. It really did. And if you're looking for something that is a tragic and sad romance, then I think this is the one for you. Perfect Us is slightly on the melancholic sort of a side. So but I think you will still enjoy it. So basically this book is about Avantika, who is an investment banker, an ambitious go-getter, and the exact opposite of Deb, who is a corporate professional turned failed writer turned scripter of Saas Bahu serials, and they've been together for about 10 years, surviving everything from college to rave parties to annoying best friends, including Shrey, who has no respect for personal boundaries, and Varnita and Tanmay, the annoying yet enviable it couple who seems to have it all together. And now Avantika, she wants to take the next step, but will they be able to even catch up with her, ambitions and her next step basically, or will it just rip them apart? And no matter how hard he tries, they can't convince Avantika that he is the one for her, not as long as she is broken from her, and her past looms in the background, pushing her, troubling her, and guiding her to one question: if their love is enough. So that is what the book is about. That is just the surface level. This book holds a lot and it's just amazing, and it will make you tear up, but then it will also make you feel warm, and it's just such a good book. I do think that it was slightly draggy towards the middle portion, but then I think that was also necessary for the build up, and I really just enjoyed it and no, enjoyed it. I mean, I just really liked it, and it's just one of my most favorite Durjoy Datta books. I haven't read other famous books by him like A Touch of Eternity, that's also quite popular in the genre, but for me, this one is the best for now. All right, 2 out of 2 for Anmol Malik. The next book is A Plain Story, and this one is more of my favorite. I think out of Written in the Stars and this, sorry, out of Three Impossible Wishes and A Plain Story, this is the book that I love the most. I love this book so much. And again, have you seen that cover? How pretty that cover is. A Plain Story by Anmol Malik is another dramatic Bollywood sort of a romance. It gives all that Bollywood sort of vibes, and it's just so dramatic and so filmy. I really like that part of the book. So it's about Dev's life, which is basically a mess, and Tara's life is also a mess. But Dev's life is a mess because he's reckless, and Tara's life is a mess because she's not reckless. So anyway, Dev's ex is getting married to Tara's ex. So now they are just two strangers. They meet on a plane to Paris, and on their way to break up a wedding. And when a freak volcanic eruption disrupts air travel globally, they are stranded on Heathrow Airport and they are just left during transit. And that's when the real tamasha begins. And this is all welcome on board flight APS through London, Paris, and Ludhiana. And please pay attention to the safety demonstration because things are going to get really weird really fast. So this is where I'll leave you. I really like this book a lot. One's quite quick paced and it just literally is under I think 200 pages. And if anything, I think there was just less. I wanted more. It's just such a good book. I really like this and I hope you'll check it out as well. All right, moving on to the last recommendation, which is Kismat Connection by Ananya Devarajan. Now, this book again speaks of horoscopes and stuff like that. I did not realize that. I just realized that. Anyway, Kismat Connection by Ananya Devarajan is another book related to star signs or horoscopes and stuff like that, keeping that into mind, but then, relating it to science and seeing how that experiment plays out. So, anyway, it's about, just give me a minute. It's about Madhuri Iyer, who is doomed, and she is doomed for her senior year is going to be a complete or total failure, according to her astrology obsessed mother, and doomed to be happily ever after with her first boyfriend, according to her family curse. Now, determined to prove the existence of her free will, Madhuri, she devises an experimental relationship with the one boy she knows she'll never fall for, who is Arjun Mehta. Now, Arjun Mehta is also at the mercy of the stars, but he isn't complaining. His astrological reading destines for him success, abundance, and so much good luck. All right. And he resolves to use his year of good luck to show Madhuri that they should be more than just childhood friends. When Madhuri offers him the opportunity to be her relationship lab rat, it feels like the universe is finally on his side. So Arjun puts his heart on the line. But as their opposing prophecies slowly begin to become true and real feelings begin to cloud their experiment, Madhuri will have to decide if charting her own destiny is worth breaking Arjun's heart and her own. So that is all about Kismat Connection. This author, Ananya Devarajan, is absolutely quite a sweet author. I do follow her on Instagram. And she has also released a new book, or is it going to come out? I think it's already out. It's Sanskari Sweetheart. So that is also something I really want to read. It is on my TBR. So I'm quite excited to read that also. I don't have it yet. So we'll see. We'll buy it next time. So these are the book recommendations that I have for you. Give me a minute, please. That I have for you today. These are some romance books by Indian authors. I have done a romance book recommendation video earlier as well, but those weren't specifically for Indian authors. So this one sure is. And I really hope that you love these Desi romances. And don't forget to comment and like and share this video. Comment down below and let me know which romance book by an Indian author is your favorite, and maybe we'll get some recommendations in the comments as well. And that's it. Do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll meet next week. Goodbye.